Kind of in there in a very general way. For a recommendation for programs, policy changes, staffing and budget to improve enforcement and prevention. And they could look to other, but it's not, there's no specific directive.
Yeah, that was, yeah, I dropped that and apologies, inadvertently, did not intend to leave that out. So, what we could ask another committee to put it back in, that would be one approach we could take.
That would be one for.
But
Might be the most, I mean,
I'd like to see our committee act on this bill now as presented. Or whatever you call
yeah,
So in the past, we've voted on bills contingent on small change being made. Is that another approach we could take?
to ask Ledge Council that.
You can do that, but I ask that you do it with a condition, you like vote on the bill as proposed for amendment and after editing. So it's just that our editors get a look at the language.
Yeah, okay. Does that, just thinking logistics and the calendar, there's no rush for us to get this on the calendar, but at some point in the day, there's a deadline for.
You just need to let the clerk know that it's coming.
Okay.
And that she'll just hold the calendar open until it gets there.
Okay, so is everybody comfortable with that approach? So then.
it. It's just, I'm not. I think the diverse group of stakeholders that are going to be charged with this study are going to be looking at solutions all over the country or the region, and we'll be debating them over that year. And
I hope so too, but I also, it's important to me that, you know, it's our role to make sure that if we want something specifically to be looked at, that we name that so that a year from now, it doesn't come back and they say, oh, we thought they were gonna do this, but it doesn't look like it's been incorporated into this study.
So just to be clear, I think what the option on the table here, two options. One is as presented, vote on what we're looking at. The other option would be vote, but vote on draft 2.3, which will then, Mike, after we have the vote, Mike will go back, make the changes, if we agree to them. And then we're still done with it.
And the only change we're really talking about is just saying, look to others to see what other states have done. Because I think it's good we took the trip ticket out specifically, because I felt like that was, I mean, as much as I like that idea, it felt too narrow in scope, and I like that we're broadening it. And I don't think having a clause saying, looking to other states for how they've handled this is a bad thing. And it's just good to sort of say, don't forget to do that.
Representative Templeton.
I feel like this is less an issue of how to do this the right way and more about capacity. And if this bill doesn't address the capacity aspect of this, and when I say capacity, I mean like, you know, having enough open courtrooms and having enough police and, you know, enforcement, we can talk about how other states do it into infinity, but it's not going to improve the situation.
Well, that is part of the study is recommendations for what would be needed in terms of staffing, budgeting.
No, I mean, that I get, but I mean, yeah. I mean, talking about it and actually fulfilling that mandate. I mean, we have an opportunity here to fulfill that mandate, not make it a study about fulfilling that mandate, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, is there, I don't know. I mean, is there a way we can have this bill elevate the level of enforcement somehow.
I think,
I think that's what the whole section's about,
Okay,
for effective enforcement.
then I don't understand what your biggest concern is.
can you scroll up a little bit so we can see all of that section 2? Thank you. John,
Mike, would this also encompass like educational initiatives on like, have any doubts, call your local county forester, you know, as far as you want to know about a logger, you want to know about,
It could,
okay.
definitely. I don't know if you want my input now or not.
yes, we can take.
Why wouldn't you? The only expert in the room.
It's pretty common for reports like this to include a summary of alternatives or mechanisms in other states to try to achieve what you're trying to do. So here you could add a new subdivision that the report will include a summary of mechanisms or alternatives used in other states to effectively enforce or prevent timber theft or similar crimes. Is that what you're kind of?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So
You think that's standard?
it's not standard, but it's not uncommon.
It's not, it is requiring that the report include something,
Mhm.
but it's not prescriptive in terms of
Trip tickets or harvest notification or rangers or anything like that.
I just want to say, I just got a note, so while people are processing this, when we started the meeting, we were on YouTube, we were on Zoom, but the sound wasn't working. That problem, it was corrected at some point. I don't know how much was not audible, but I'll just say for the record, to the listening public, that we're looking at H614 at the draft 2.2. You can find on our webpage, and having a discussion about that. So Mike O'Grady has proposed as adding a subsection C or
It would be a subdivision A, I'd probably put it A2 because it kind of a summary of the current issues, how other states do it, and then a recommendation for policy.
Yeah.
I think that kind of, it's a more logical build.
okay. So do you can, Mike, you can read the language if I think we just read something
Sure.
pretty close. Do you want to just read that again?
So there would be a new subdivision 2, the existing subdivision 2 would be redesignated 3. The new subdivision 2 would require the report to include a summary of mechanisms or alternatives utilized in other states to effectively enforce or prevent timber theft or similar crimes.
So, anybody have concerns or object to that, inserting that language? Yeah,
So I make a motion to approve H614 draft number 2.2
2.3
.3
as amended
amendment.
with the language that I just read.
Well, let's
Yeah, let's be clear. Thank you. Good.
On
Thank
the
you, Randy.
internet somewhere.
Subject to editing.
Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
All right, Representative Levitt, seconds. Before we vote, and this is amending, we're going to have 2 votes here. So is there any additional discussion? Right,
All right.
go ahead.
The amendments, on the amendment, Representative Esme Cole,
Yes.
Representative Rodney Graham,
Yes.
Representative Josie Levitt,
Yes.
Representative Jed Lipsky,
Yes.
Representative John O'Brien,
Yes.
Representative Henry Pearl, yes. Representative Mike Rice,
Yes.
Representative Heather Supranot,
Yes.
Representative David Templeman,
Yes.
Representative Charles Wilson,
Yes.
Representative David Durfee.
Yes. All right, thank you. Now, is there a motion to recommend the bill as amended?
Ooh.
Right, Rodney? And is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Representative Lipsky. Any discussion? Okay,
All right, Representative Esme Cole,
Yes.
Representative Rodney Graham,
Yes.
Representative Josie Levitt,
Yes.
Representative Jed Lipsky,
Yes.
Representative John O'Brien,
Yes.
Representative Henry Pearl, yes. Representative Mike Rice,
Yes.
Representative Heather Supranot,
Yes.
Representative David Templeman,
Yes.
Representative Charles Wilson,
Yes.
Representative David Durfee.
yes. So I think that both votes are 11-0-0. Is that right?
Yep.
Great, thank you, committee. Mike, thank you, and I know you probably are rushing off to do something else, so when,
I can go tell the clerk that you're gonna have something.
okay,
And I'll go make the changes, give it to the editor and have it back to you, the chair. Prior to 3 o'clock.
okay, great, and if it's not, we'll let the clerk know.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I can put the draft date as today then.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is something different.
We can